Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are doing good. I wanted to come on here. I know I've been doing a lot of these videos and stuff, but I want to just kind of talk to you guys about what's been going on with me, about my health and stuff like that. And I know I did a story time on about my birth control and my experience with that, and kind of like telling you guys what happened. And I feel like you guys really like that type of stuff. There's a lot of like audience for that stuff. So I'm going to try my best to kind of explain everything, go over everything after that and where I am now. And I do feel like half my health problems are, I'm not trying to blame any company, I'm just saying what I think and how I feel. So I do feel like half of my health problems stem from after birth control, because I never had these problems before, and now that I was on birth control and what's been going on is really affecting me, my mood, and everything around me. Like, I know I always say in my videos, how you look at stuff in a positive way or a negative way affects it. And I know you guys are going to say that too to me. But when you have so much stuff going on, like health related, personal stuff that you can't talk about online, and it's still kind of going on. And look, like, I wish so badly that I could come on here and show everything that has happened in the past. Like, I really wish that. But I guess what they said is really true. You can't always show stuff. And I guess that is true because some stuff is too personal. So, going with my health and after birth control, what do I still have going on with after the fact of birth control? Well, I still have really bad migraines, and so I find stuff that will help it and help kind of dial it down some, but I still have them sometimes. And when I tell you a migraine is so horrible, I don't wish it on my worst enemy because I never had them before birth control. When I say migraines are horrible, I mean horrible. They make you throw up, they make you so nauseous, it's like a pounding headache where you cannot stop it. It's constantly nonstop. And you guys are probably like thinking, well, why don't you just take some medicine to relieve it? You guys, all of my whole entire body rejected all of the medicines. All of the medicines that I thought, okay, I can take this for my migraine. After time, it kind of like my body rejects medicines. And it's to the point where when I take something aiming for the nauseousness, it rejects it. I throw it up. And it's to the point where I can't even take anything now. So my body, when I have a headache, my body just have to just do its thing. And so I can either just lay in bed and hope it goes away, or I can continue on with my life. I mean, if I'm out in public and all of a sudden one just suddenly just comes on, I have to still do everyday life. Like, I have to do chores, I have to take care of the dogs, I have to take care of our fish. I have stuff that I need to do, and I can't just lay in bed and hope it goes away, because I just can't. So when one comes on, whenever it decides to come, it just comes. So now going to the migraines, I do take something these vitamins. I talk about it in my last vlog, but I do take these vitamins and it does help my migraine some. They still come, but not as bad as they were. So that's one thing after the birth control I still get, and it's always there. And also, I think my migraines are hormone related, so I think it's part of that too, and everything combined is that. I think it's everything with my hormones, with my periods, with everything just all together, thrown together. It makes one big combination. Another thing that I know I've been talking about my period a lot on my channel, but I want to be honest with you guys, and this is what I want to say is before I took birth control, I know this is all about birth control, but it's really true. My periods were okay. I could deal with my periods. Like, I had no problems with my period. I had no, oh, my period is so bad and I can't deal with my period. I could handle my period. It wasn't as bad as I remember them being. Now, my period is awful. When I mean awful, I mean awful. And I know some stuff is TMI, so I'm going to try not to talk about too much TMI stuff in this video. But I literally, my cramps are horrible. I throw up on my periods. And also that's what these vitamins also are helping with. My cramps, my periods, everything. So that is kind of helping that reduce everything. But I never remember my period cramps being so bad. And my period being so bad. And maybe it was bad and I just dealt with it. And every time I go to the doctors, like, oh, you're fine, like, your cycle is good. But then they say, oh, you have irregular periods, which means my cycle comes whenever it wants, it does whatever it wants, and it's irregular. And that's what part of being a woman is. You have to deal with this type of stuff. And me, I can handle pain to a certain point. But my period cramps, when it comes to my period cramps, no. I just can't. So that's another thing that has really changed after birth control, and what birth control did to my cycle was horrible. And another thing, like, maybe my period was late a little bit, but I don't really remember it ever being late. Like, I never remember it being. So, enough about periods. I know there's guys out here that are watching this and they're probably getting grossed out and don't want to talk about it. But, I wanted to address that. Another thing I want to open up about is something that I really struggled with in the past. Like, what I went through in the past, now it's stronger. But what I went through in the past, so I'm getting to, like, little new stuff as much as I can, but I want to talk about it. So, I went through something really awful, like, a couple of months ago, or maybe a year ago. I don't really remember when I went through it, but it was when I was on my period. My period was not stopping. I was going through boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of maxi pads. And it got to a point where, see, I'm the type of person where if I don't need to go to the doctors, I don't have to. I don't want to. Like, if I'm not dying, I don't want to go to the doctors. Like, I will try to fix it myself. So, my period was going on for a long time, and that's what irregular periods is. Your period lasts for whenever it wants. So, getting to the point where I was getting 1, lethargic, 2, I was freezing cold, I was hot, and then, all these things were getting into play. And I know people were like, oh, you were having a miscarriage. That's what everybody thought when I kind of talk about it now. So, I remember laying on the couch and me being so sick, and I was like, I'm not myself. Like, I'm just not myself. I don't feel like myself. I feel like I'm going to die. And it's true. I felt like I was on my last deathbed. So I remember my mom and my husband are like, you need to go to the doctor. You need to make an appointment. You need to go in ASAP. As soon as they can get you in, you need to go. Because they're just serious. So my amazing husband and caring husband called the doctors and said, hey, like, my wife needs to come in. Something is going on with her cycle. We don't know what. It's been lasting for a long time, like, all this stuff. So they actually got me in that same day. And so we drove up and we signed in, we go back, and actually there was like a longer wait than usual, and I remember thinking like, what's taking them so long, because I didn't want to be there. So anyways, they finally got me back. The nurse assistant comes in, she talks to me about what's going on, whatever. I told her everything. My daughter comes in, she sits down, she talks to me, I explain everything. And I remember just being in shock when they happened, because usually my daughter is amazing and she is honest with us, she is honest with my husband, like, she's so trustworthy. So when I was telling her everything that was going on, she looked at me and my husband and she's like, hold on, I will be right back. And she literally stepped out of the room. I'm like, I remember me and my husband thinking like, oh, that's kind of weird, what's going on? So then a couple of minutes, she comes back. After that, a couple of minutes later, all these, no joke you guys, all these nurses, doctors, and everything just comes flooding in to our room. And I look at her, I'm like, what's going on? You're scaring me. I don't know what's going on. Can you just tell me, please? And she's like, well, first off, we think you are having a miscarriage. And at that time, I was like, oh my gosh, what? Like, what's going on? Something in my brain just kind of went into a panic mode of me wanting to save this baby. If it was everything just went from there. So when she told us that, I was like, what? And she explained everything to us. She's like, well, first, let's do some testing on you, because we are not 100% sure. This is just what it sounds like. So I'm like, okay. So we did testing. What they did was they did blood work. They did a pregnancy test, sample on me, pregnancy test, a ultrasound, which that is a whole other story. A ultrasound on me, everything that you can think of, they did. And she goes, well, you don't have a OBGYN, so we need to get you a referral for one. So I remember who referring me to one and not, they are like, oh, sorry, we cannot get you in, we're broke. So I'm like, whatever, like, I'm not going to worry about it, I just want the test back. So the own sample came back, all good, everything was good, everything looked good, no signs of anything unusual or whatever. The blood test came back, everything looked perfect, nothing to complain about, nothing to be concerned about, she said. Everything was good. The pregnancy test came back, it was negative. So we ruled out everything. So then the ultrasound came back, everything was good on that. There was no signs of anything, no signs of a miscarriage, nothing like that. So everything was good. And then I went back for a follow-up. She's like, we rule out that you did not have a miscarriage. Everything is good. Everything looks good. You are good. So we don't know what that was. And she even said, like, it was irregular periods lasting a long good time. So, like, if my period goes on, like, it happens. So that was kind of like a scary moment in my life, and I remember just like, please God help me, because I felt like I was going to die at that moment, and it was very, very scary. Not even for me, for my whole entire family. My husband, everyone around me was scared for me, and they were like, what's going on? Please keep me in your loop. And when she said miscarriage, that is one of my whole, like, terrified of saying miscarriage. Anyone who is going through a miscarriage, I'm so sorry. I feel for you. I know what that is like now, even though I didn't have one. But I feel what people feel when they do have a miscarriage. They're terrified, you're scared, you're nervous, like all these like whole like feelings and everything just come flooding in, and I'm so happy it wasn't one, because that the thought of handling that loss of a baby would be not good. It would be horrible, and luckily it didn't happen. So that's one of the stories that I wanted to tell you guys. So, going back to afterwards, let me take a drink. So, one of my new things that that I've been dealing with, and maybe it can help someone, maybe someone can relate to it. I just need answers. It happens when I'm sleeping, and I don't know, maybe it's from the birth control, I don't know. I recently has been dealing with seizures. You heard me right. So, I usually am asleep when it happens. I don't really remember anything. I wake up, my whole body, so I just don't remember anything. So, it happens like after a couple of minutes, it comes down, and then I wake up from it. So, making a long story short, last night, it happened again last night, and this time, I had one, and I don't know why my body did what it did. I don't know why it happened this way, but so like I said, I usually am asleep when it happens, and my husband tells me what happened, and he usually hugs me and it helps. And it happens from I'm stressed out, or I'm overwhelmed that day, or something upsetting happens. That's when it usually happens, and it's my by way of relieving itself. So last night I had a seizure. I just fall asleep and I have one. And then, like I said, I wake up from it and I don't remember anything. My husband tells me what happened. Good. Whatever. So then that happened. But for whatever reason, I never wake up. But last night I had one. I fell asleep. I woke up. It was over. But then the second one, I fell asleep. And I woke up during one, because my body, when I mean your body, you can feel your body shaking during one, they mean that. Being awake is no joke in having a seizure. And when these people claim they have a seizure, you see these people online having one, and half of these people make a joke out of that. Now I can see why it's so serious, because that is not a joke. It's serious. It could be for different reasons that people don't know. And half of the time, your body just does stuff naturally just to relieve itself, just to make your body feel better and stuff like that. And when these people have seizures when they're awake, it is very terrifying and scary. I was scared. I did not know what is happening, what's going on. I never been awake during one. And luckily, I could talk during it. So I could talk to my husband, and he can talk to me about trying to get my mind off of it, trying to calm me down. Like, he said it's okay, just focus on different stuff. So that was very scary, and I don't know why I get them once in a while. I don't get them every day. I get them once in a blue moon, let's just say. But yeah, it was terrifying last night, and if you guys are one of those people who make a joke about people having seizures, please don't, because you don't know half of what people are going through, what it caused by, what going on with them. So just be respectful of other people, what they have going on, because health is serious, and people's health all depend on what's going on in your day, at night, stuff like that. So I'm just asking, I just wanted to make you guys aware of it. Be respectful. Be, kind to people. Make people's day. And, I just wanted to come on here, kind of talk. It's sunny out. It's hot out here in Florida. I think my period is coming, because I'm having cramps today, and I'm happy because it's about time, and I'm happy about that. So yeah, so let's see, anything else? I'm going to start doing a comment of the day. So I will put up a comment, like one of the new comments I got. So it will be on the screen somewhere. If you guys have any nice comment or a sweet comment you want to say, and you guys want me to put your comment up on the screen, just comment down below and you might be on the screen. Also, I noticed there's a lot of new people on my channel. Thank you for subscribing. I really do appreciate that. And it does help my channel out. Thought I saw something just one across the yard, but maybe not. It does help the channel out. And I would appreciate if you guys are not subscribed. Subscribe to my channel to see more videos. I don't know when this video is going to come out. I don't know if this video is going to come out before all the videos or after all the videos. I don't know. So Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next video to come. Bye, you guys.